Start over. Start over.
So I was going to go home for Thanksgiving, and I had a plane ticket to fly from Dayton to DC. And right that afternoon, right before I was going to go to the airport, I stepped off the curb and I twisted my ankle, and it swelled up really, really big. And I couldn't walk. I had crutches, which I could barely use. And the people at the clinic said, "No, I don't think you should get."
It was one of those things that
it hurt when I did it, and then it didn't hurt that much. And I said, "Yeah, it's okay, it's all right." And I walked up a hill, and by the time I got to the top of the hill, it was gigantic. And
So you went to the doctor, sorry.
And they said, "Yeah, I don't think you should get on an airplane tonight." And I couldn't have taken my suitcase, and back then you didn't have to get to the airport that early. So we decided we were going to try to stay in the house, even though they had given us a note saying that since it was university housing, they were going to lock out the houses and all the dorms, and we had to leave.
Who told you?
The university sent us a letter, and the house was called Geiger House. It was named after Margaret Geiger, who was the first female co-ed that was allowed to come to Wittenberg University.
She crossed the gender line?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
And I lived with my friend who was a theater major, and we had some papers to write, and we really just wanted to stay there. We didn't want to leave. And the two seniors that we lived with were super academic nerds, and they had papers to write, and they had senior projects to work on, and they wanted to stay. So when they saw me with my leg wrapped up, they were like, "Good. We're going to call the dean of housing and ask him if we can stay here." He said, "No, you can't." And we said, "Well," so we didn't leave. I lost my plane fare and we didn't leave.
Did you know the dean of housing before that?
Well, we didn't know him, but he knew us because we had a party. We had a Halloween party, and what we did was we pretended that Margaret Geiger was a madam, and this was like a whorehouse. And so we were all the girls that lived in the whorehouse. And there's some townie guys showed up.
You were the ladies of the night?
Yeah, we were ladies of the night. And we dressed like 1800, a little bit sleaze, but no cleavage or anything like that. Well, the fact that two black guys came, they didn't like that. And we were like, "Look, so they just came to our party." Well, apparently he didn't like that we had a party and townies came, and I guess he didn't like the fact that they were black.
Oh, yeah. It's not surprising.
And
who was this guy? What was he like?
His name was Tom, and he looked like a football player, and he was good looking.
Did he have a police haircut?
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah.
So he comes to the door.
I know the type.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
We all know the type.
We all know the type.
And he said, around. "You girls have to leave." And I said, "Look at my legs, sir. I mean, I can't walk. And I can't even walk on these crutches. We are changing the locks. You have to leave. You're not going to be able to get back in." And I said, "Well, I'm not leaving." So, so we stayed. Well, we got a letter after Thanksgiving saying that we had 3 days to leave the premises, that we were being evicted. And mind you, our parents had paid for the whole semester for us to live there. We'd already paid the money. It was the same as a dorm. I mean, we're talking, it wasn't cheap. And I said, "Look, so we don't do anything. We don't respond to this. We call the Springfield newspaper, and we put our suitcases out on the porch. And if the reason he's mad at us is because of the party, we don't even say anything about it. And we take pictures and they put it on the front page of the paper."
Oh, look at you.
And
that image too of the suitcases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, no, this is stupid.
So you're curating a protest movement, Carolyn.
I was. And
yeah. That's good.
The girls, the academic nerds, they would not go with that. They would not go with it. She said, "No, I know the president personally."
They'll take it all the way to the house, and we'll lose, and we'll get evicted. We'll get expelled. The nerds were afraid of losing their
They were afraid of their senior.
Maybe if you had added the human touch of the bloated ankle.
Yeah.
To the suitcase shot.
Yeah, let's take pictures of my leg, and
yeah.
Even when he saw my leg, he said we had to leave. I said, no, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to react to this, and they refused to drop it. So she went to the president, and
who went to the president?
Oh, her name was Carolyn Jabs.
Who?
It just came to me. One of the nerds, one of the senior nerds.
She went to the president because she knew him personally.
Yeah, she knew him personally, and he was like, Carolyn, I can't really do anything about this. It's Dean, whatever his name was, Dean Football, whatever his name. I don't know.
Dean Football Coach.
Yeah.
It's like his actually God-given name is Dean Football Coach.
Yeah, Dean Football Coach,
okay.
And they never did. I called my parents and I said, you need to make some phone calls since you paid the fee for this house. They're kicking us out. And
because of the blacks.
Yeah, it was a big racist thing, and I knew it. And it was a townie versus the elite at the university. And and there were no drugs at our party. It was crazy.
Oh, come on. There were definitely drugs.
There were no drugs at the party.
Yeah,
no.
Right.
No.
You're right. You had a college Halloween party in the 70s and there were no drugs?
No drugs. Maybe beer, but that's all.
Yeah, okay. No one believes this.
We were allowed to drink.
Now you're losing credibility.
It's true. It's true.
No way. In the 70s?
Yeah.
You didn't have any drugs, but somebody did.
Somebody might have.
At a whorehouse theme party in 1971, there were no drugs? Yeah, okay.
Maybe pot.
Oh, yeah. Now you're losing credibility because you didn't just come out and say it.
But they didn't bust us for that. They didn't find anything.
So why they were mad after the party?
Yeah, they were mad after the party.
Oh, about the black guys, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So actually we did get to stay thanks to Carolyn Jabs. She just she cried, and she was honor society. I mean, this woman was devastated. She thought we were like radical, idiot underclassmen.
Weren't you?
We weren't idiots. I think I was very clever.
Yeah, that was very clever.
My approach was probably...
And if you hadn't twisted your ankle, you would have been out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you were trying to start a movement. You just twisted your ankle.
Right.
But
that's
once
right.
you're in the movement, you really ran with it.
Right, I did. And so, we got to stay, and I lived there for the rest of the school year. And that's the story. But I forget what made me think of it.
The guy on the radio talking about playing Biggie Smalls for all the kids that are still at the dorm by themselves.
Yeah, and they're studying for some tests, and they're hanging out.
Satellite radio DJ. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, while we were passing that Halloween house, and it involves a Halloween story.
Right.
Very congruent story.
Yeah.
To our current situation.
Right. So there's Gabe's. That's where we're going.
Okay. Hit the
Okay.
song.